Joey from JLD Travels coming back with a new video, and we're actually checking out another Filipina P video, and this one piqued my interest because it's taking a Filipina home to the West, what's the best way? So I would actually like to hear her thoughts, see if there's any way that I've not thought about that's a possibility, and hopefully learn something new. So come along, join us for the ride, guys, and thanks for watching, and let's jump in and see what she's got to say.
Hi folks, the Filipina P here. And even though we've talked many times about the potential dangers of bringing your Filipino wife or girlfriend back to the West, sometimes there's just no good alternative. Maybe you can travel to the Philippines, or maybe you can visit, but you don't want to live here. Either way, you want to know the best way to bring her back to where you live. But should you marry in the Philippines and return on a spousal visa, or is it better to use a fiance visa and marry in your home country? What are the risks? What are the common mistakes? How long does it take? And which method has the best chance of success? Well, today I've got a real pro to answer your questions. He is the founder of a company called Always Visa.
She might have got that solicitor back in it that I've seen on some of her videos in the past. So hopefully, yeah, it's cool. Jump back in.
And he's got decades of experience getting couples together on Western soil. And boy, does he have some good advice for you.
Oh, it's someone different.
So, Mr. Mike, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. Let's talk about Always. So, what is Always? What do you guys do?
We do.
Oh, it was not the guy that I was thinking of either, but no, because does he do the buying land and building a house and buying homes and things? Yeah, so this is not who I was expecting.
Do the paperwork, the immigration paperwork for fiancés. If you want to do a fiancé visa, we do it.
Okay.
If you want to do a spouse visa, we do it. If you want to bring a relative to America, we do it. And if you want to adjust your status when you're there, we do that as well. That's all we do. Now, we also do Australia and the UK and some stuff for Canada. You can only do a spouse visa for Canada. There's no fiancé. We've been doing that for all these years, 39 years, I guess.
So Always has been around a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, 39 years.
And I tell these guys right up front, you can do the paperwork yourself. A high school kid can do the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
However, how many times do you want to do it? You make one mistake, they keep your fee and send it back. How many times do you want to go through that? And I've had guys go through it at least a dozen times. File over and over and over. And I kept telling him, don't do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. And finally he did, and he finally got the girl. But here's why we're different. The girl is handled by a lady in the office that speaks her language, who understands her in a motherly way.
Okay.
Or a sisterly way. And when these girls walk out of that office, they've got a friend for life.
Mm-hmm.
And just like their sister, you know?
Right.
And the guys, they like me too. I don't know why, but they do. And
well, if you make them happy, you know.
I've had one failure in all these years that it just happened about 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Girl,
I was just going to ask, what's the failure rate for these applications?
Out of 15,001.
What happened with this?
The gal gave us a forged Philippine Statistics Authority Senemar.
Forged Senemar?
And it was on a regular paper and everything. There's no way in the world we could have told that it was fake. But it was. You know, you walk up to the NSO or the PSA and stand outside the door and somebody will come up and offer to do it for cheap, and it's fake.
Okay, so it's fake, but was she single though?
She was married, yeah.
She was. That's why she faked it.
That's why she failed, yeah.
Okay, got it.
So you can't blame us for that one.
So my question is, which is the best route for guys to bring their partners back to the West? Is it better to do K1 or the spousal visa? Because some guys just can't wait.
The K1 is the best way. And I'm going to tell you why on this.
Okay.
The girl gets to the United States and she walks in the guy's house and she says, I can't live like this. This guy's a hog. Or he's got a dog. I don't like dogs. or his relatives hate me. Okay? And she goes home
Okay.
within the 90 days.
Right.
Now if you go through the effort to do the visa, which takes, well, it used to take 3 to 6 months. Now it takes longer. But if you go through that process, the girl and the guy are communicating all the time. Okay?
Okay.
He's met her in person. That's a good deal there.
Okay.
Then she comes to the States and she takes a look around and, okay, I like this guy. It looks good. His parents like me. The dog likes me. You know, I think this will work. And she gets to acclimate, and so do you.
What about the paperwork though? Is it easier for K1 compared to
Oh, the K1's easier. Yeah.
K1? Okay.
The-
Why is it easier to bring a fiance rather than a wife? It's your wife.
That's a hell of a good question.
Why would they
Muslim?
care? Okay, so currently with the processing time, how long will it take for someone to take their fiance back to their home countries?
Before COVID, it was 3 to 6 months, normally about 5.5.
Okay.
Now, it's taken a year or longer.
A year or longer.
Oh,
Now,
God,
I just had one that
yeah.
went through in about 7 months, but that doesn't mean it's going to continue that way. When COVID came, they shut the embassy.
Uh-huh.
There's no interviews.
Right.
There's all these petitions out there,
Uh-huh.
and they all get worked on that end, and they send them into the embassy, and the embassy can't do an interview, so they're backlogged big time.
Wow. Okay. So they still haven't sorted that out?
They're
it's
working on it real hard.
Okay.
The spouse visa
Yeah.
was taking about 7 to 9 months in the beginning, and now who knows? I would say figure a year and 6 months.
For the
year
spouse.
and a half.
Even filing from the US is also taking time that long?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you file a petition, both
I hope he's on about there and not here. Because that's insane.
of them, either one,
Uh-huh.
they go through just as fast as they always did.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's that interview that's killing it.
Oh, to get an interview date. That's the
Yeah.
Oh. How can we speed it up?
Okay, we can speed it up.
Oh. Is there like an express lane?
Oh yes.
Oh.
You know
okay.
how?
Tell me about it.
Do it right the first time.
Of course, yeah. That's smart.
Don't get any forged documents.
No, no,
Don't
no.
tell any bullshit stories. Don't involve a congressman or a senator. You had some friends in the White House. You got some friends in the embassy. None of that. Stay completely away from that.
Do they really involve congressmen and politicians?
Oh, sure they do.
Okay.
I can tell you one of the things we
Okay.
hear about all the time: lack of an established relationship. I come over here and I want to marry you, right?
Okay.
Okay. Then I go home
Right.
and I wait for the paperwork process. I don't call you. I don't send you email. I don't write you any letters.
Maybe
I don't
she's-
communicate.
Maybe she's busy doing videos. She's
And-
got her own
Oh,
thing.
you can't do that.
No.
And they get the girl over there and they sell her into prostitution.
Holy
They put a chain on the refrigerator
Oh.
and lock the door so she can't get out of the house during the day and she can't eat unless
Okay.
he feeds her.
Okay.
I've had
Not my kind of guy.
I've had
okay.
I had the guy that married the gal, took her to the States, makes her sleep on the couch when he sleeps with his girlfriend in the bedroom. There's a lot of that kind of stuff going
Can they
on.
not
Why
just
would you
call
do
911 in the U.S.?
The only one that ever did that was the gal walked in, and the guy told us during the process, "Oh, I smoke marijuana. I got lots of marijuana." I go, "Boy, you don't want to do that in front of that girl. That's no." But he got her there,
Okay.
and she opened the refrigerator, and he had a brick of marijuana in there, and she called the police on his ass, and they
Oh.
came down and busted him.
Wow.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Okie dokie.
And then she walked out and left him.
You guys, you just have to, check out the Philippines and be here basically, and meet people organically. Sure, you can start talking to people. Just don't send them money. Come on, like I don't know.
Oh.
Sometimes I keep on.
I could tell you about the millions and millions of dollars
that
that I had a guy who's a software engineer send probably $40,000 to $50,000 over here to various women, and most of them turned out to be lady boys.
Various women.
Then there's the one gal who said, "Oh, I just graduated from engineering college, and I've got a job in Singapore as an engineer, but they want $7,000 for show money." And he called me and said, "How do I get it to her?" I said, "You don't. You're being scammed." "Oh, no, she's real." He sent it.
Oh, God.
And he went. He built a coffee shop in Bacolod for a gal, bought her a new car.
What do you tell these guys?
Don't do it.
I say that too, but they don't listen. But somehow they are so eager to part ways with their hard-earned money. What's up with that? Okay, so what if a foreigner married a Filipina here in the Philippines?
Mm-hmm.
How soon can he apply for the spousal visa? Do they have to be married for a year before he can apply?
No, he can apply the next
right
day.
away?
The next day.
Okay, so are there
But he's got to have the marriage certificate. That takes some time.
Okay.
That takes about a month. But we can get everything ready.
Okay, gotcha. So I know that there's like the CR1 or like the IR1.
IR1 and CR1. Yeah.
Okay, so what are the differences?
If I married you, right?
Okay.
And we were married for 2 years,
Okay.
and we filed the paperwork, or we filed the paperwork right away, and it took 2 years to go through. When you get to the U.S., you're an IR1. That's an immediate relative.
Okay. Immediate
Okay.
relative. Okay.
If it's less than 2 years, you're a conditional resident then, and you have to file for a green card then. The IR1, you get a green card when you walk in the door.
Oh, okay. So there's an advantage for being married to the guy for more than 2 years,
Yeah.
2 years and above. Okay, gotcha. But the processing time, is it gonna be the same thing then, or
It's about the same thing, yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
There's a lot of other stuff involved with that because let's say you're my wife, right? We get married, I bring you to the United States, and you're a conditional resident. If you leave the country, we got to start all over again. If you cross the border into Mexico for a day,
Oh, so you have to stay there for how long to?
and the fiance until you get the
green
clearance,
card.
yeah.
Oh, okay. How long does it take for a Filipino to get
That's
her green-
all over the place. I had a minister in Phoenix do this. He brought the gal on a fiance visa, and what does he do with her? He takes her to Mexico for the day, and he goes to come back, and boom, they nail her right at the border. And you ain't going back.
Uh-oh.
And he calls me, what do I do? What do I do? I said, how about prayer?
Pray.
And you know what? He went back and told him he was a minister and all that, and they waived it on it for him. He got her back into the country.
Oh, I guess prayer works, huh?
And got married. Yeah, it was good.
But what about if the marriage didn't work out? And are you still financially obligated to?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you better really vet the
When-
woman you're trying to bring back to the U.S.
When you
or-
do that affidavit of support,
for how long though?
I think it's 5 years.
For 5 years.
Or until she becomes a citizen, works 40 qualifying quarters for Social Security, or permanently departs the country. You are responsible. So I marry you and you walk off, right?
Uh-huh.
You go to the hospital, run up a big bill.
Uh-oh. Okay, so what if I decided I don't want to marry you. I want to go back to the Philippines. So
Bye.
what if I meet a different guy and then we do the same process?
Not here, no. Okay, you do a fiance visa. You come to the States.
Yeah.
You don't like me.
Yeah.
You want to marry him instead.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
You have to come back and he has to file for you.
I
The
see.
fiance visa is good for one person, one time. Me or anybody else can only file for 2 fiance visas. Otherwise, they call you a multiple filer, and they don't like that. If you get into the situation where all of a sudden she didn't work out, but you found another one, and God, she didn't work out either, now you're restricted. You can't file, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can get around that. We file a motion for reconsideration with immigration,
Right.
and they always accept ours. The guy has to have a good reason
It has
why
to,
he didn't do it. You know, a lot of these guys are controllers, you know, they,
right.
hey, bitch, get over here and do this and do that, you know. They treat these women like crap. you know, and
Do you have clients like women calling you guys like, hey, I don't help me.
we do.
I don't like it here.
We do, and we can do quite a bit sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. For a fiance visa and for a spousal visa for someone that might migrate into a different country, they have to get the CFO certificate, the Commission on Filipinos Overseas.
Yeah, CFO.
The CFO.
There's 3 interviews. The medical,
Oh, the medical. Okay.
and that's actually an interview too.
Is this for the K1?
Either one.
Both.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So they give you a medical.
Medical.
But when they're at that medical, they're asking you a question. Then they're looking at your arm.
Okay.
You got scars on her wrist. Uh-oh, she needs psychiatric treatment. They kick you out right then and there. Then after the medical comes a dreaded embassy interview.
Oh. Is it only the girl or the partner?
The girl, always the girl.
Only the girl. Okay.
Now the girl, they call it the dreaded embassy interview. We have prepared her for that interview. We spend hours and hours and hours training her for that interview.
There's like a debriefing, like.
Well, we're not trying to teach her how to lie, or not trying to teach her how to be evasive.
No. Yeah.
How to interact with embassy personnel, and how not to answer questions they don't know what they ask.
Okay.
In other words, ask for an interpreter.
Okay.
So we teach them all that. When that girl goes into that interview, it's less than 6 or 7 minutes. They're in and out.
Okay.
Because they've looked at all the paperwork. They know it's right. They, of course, they look at it 3 or 4 times before it got there. But
Okay.
and then they ask her the questions,
Okay.
and she can answer the questions properly. In other words, why do you want to go to America? Oh, I want to see the place. That's the wrong answer.
Of course. Yeah.
I want to be with my husband, or I want to go be married to my friend. You know that. So we teach them how to answer those questions and what they might be.
Okay.
After that interview, then they say, okay, go to window X, pay your fee, and then we're going to send you your visa by courier. Little known to everybody, what they actually do is, yeah, they granted your visa, you haven't got it yet,
Right.
but then a third party goes through all that paperwork again. And what they do when it does it, they call it an administrative review.
Okay. Just triple checking if everything is,
So then they send you the visa. It's in your passport. The courier brings it. Once you get that visa, I'm going to leave. No,
Oh.
you can't go anywhere. You can't buy a ticket. You have to have a CFO class, Commission on Filipinos Overseas.
Okay.
That class is only given here and Manila. It might
Yeah.
be in Davao now, but it
Yeah.
was only here in Manila.
So you said it's a class.
Just the afternoon, just a
It's just an
couple hours.
afternoon.
Yeah,
It's almost like a seminar.
it's trying to. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. It's a seminar.
They're teaching you how to call 911 if your husband beats you up.
What about if a Filipina has a tourist visa to the United States? She met someone there. She got married. Can she do that there while you're on a tourist visa?
She can,
Okay.
but she
But-
can't.
Okay. Which is it?
Okay. You go to the United States on a tourist visa. You're there 3 days. You meet some guy, said,
Not
let's
3
get
days,
married.
like-
He goes to Las Vegas. You can get married.
Yeah. Okay. But what about
But-
not 3 days? Let's
But-
say I was
well,
just-
no, whatever.
Okay.
Immigration's going to land on you like a ton of bricks. That's called immigration fraud.
Oh.
And they don't like that. But if you use us, you have somebody that's personally involved with you and the girl. 'Cause
Okay.
I like to consider us like a big family.
Okay.
We're all friends. We're all family.
That
We all
sounds
get along good.
Okay. So where can they find you here in Cebu? What's your address here?
That sounds like an absolute nightmare to get into the States. But yet their borders are open like the Grand Canyon. That is actually jokes. I can't believe how hard it is for legit people to get into the country, and yet they just popping over a fence on the southern border on the daily.
Here in Cebu.
Level 4, Ayala Mall.
Oh, okay. So that's
The
perfect.
business park.
Okay.
Ayala Business Park, yeah.
All right, so I was just gonna put their contact info in the description box of this video, and obviously say hello to Mr. Mike when you get here in Cebu if you need anything. Again, thank you so much, Mike, for making the time to meet me today. And for the rest of you folks, you know the drill. I'll be back in 3 more days with something fresh.
It's been an honor to meet you.
Same here. All right,
I mean-
bye.
I mean, I feel real privileged, actually, honest.
Oh, If you think about it, I'm kind of like a Hooters girl without the Hooters, serving you exactly what you need. A double shot of hot, fresh content twice a week.
Oh,
The
these
only thing I
little
ask for
snippet
my
things.
service is a thumbs up on this video, subscribing to my channel, and hitting.
Oh, mate, her little snippet things at the end, which are kind of like Jerry Springer's final thoughts. Like, I shouldn't find these little things funny, but they're just so gimp that they're funny. But that was actually quite interesting to understand, actually, how hard it is, not only just from the Philippine side, but from... It didn't really go into anywhere else apart from the States, but on how hard it is to get your partner from the Philippines into the United States, at least, and how much you have to go through and how much longer it's taking there, which is a little bit shocking. But with all this coof lockdown nonsense, it's put everything on the back burner, if that's the right way to say it, and it's probably going to take years to catch up everything, I think. Yeah, so that was quite interesting to understand, like, from an actual solicitor firm, what they actually do there in Cebu. So yeah, so hopefully if that helped anyone out there, please leave us a comment down below to let us know your thoughts. And thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to drop us a like on the video, share the video, smash the subscribe button, because we're starting to click and get rolling again, which is really, really awesome. So we'll catch you in the next one, guys, and thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.